Hello and welcome. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. The United Nations says nearly 300 people were killed and nearly 40 raped between November and April, mainly by fighters linked to the Codeco rebel group in northeast of the Democratic Republic of Congo. It added that widespread killings, rape and other barbaric acts by this militia may constitute crimes against humanity and war. Meanwhile, China's parliament this Thursday has approved plans to impose a security law on Hong Kong. The new law has sparked tension with the United States and awakened a new wave of protests across the province. This comes after the United States revoked the special status conferred on Hong Kong, paving way for the territory to be stripped of trading and economic privileges. In another development, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, this Wednesday says it has carried out about 48,544 COVID-19 tests in 28 certified laboratories nationwide. Lagos State has the highest number of tests with 17,907, followed by the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, with 6,136, and Kano State conducted 3,965 tests. Kogi and Cross River States have the least number of tests, with 1 and 8 respectively. Still in Nigeria, the federal government this Wednesday tasked the Ministries of Power and Finance and the Bureau of Public Enterprise to finalize agreement with Siemens AG to boost power supply in the country. President Muhammadu Buhari directed both the company and their Nigerian counterpart to focus on fixing the transmission and distribution infrastructure that has posed a challenge to the Nigeria electricity supply industry, adding that the goal is to achieve 7,000 megawatts of reliable power supply by 2021 and 11,000 megawatts by 2023 in phases 1 and 2 respectively. Similarly, the governor of Nasarawa State, Nigeria, Abdullahi Sule, this Wednesday said his administration will complete the abandoned Fadinruwa Independent Power Plant in the state. He also said construction is currently ongoing at the Sisembaki-Kwara Rural Feeder Road, which when fixed will boost tourism and also ease transport for agricultural goods from rural communities in the state. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Nicosia, Cyprus, this Wednesday pledged to cover the medical bills of tourists who test positive for COVID-19 while in the country, as part of measures taken to encourage tourists to visit the island. Cyprus is an island nation where 15% of its gross domestic product is derived from tourism. And in Nigeria, the Transportation Commissioner of Lagos State, Frederick Oladende, this Wednesday said from the month of July it will introduce a new mode of transport to replace banned motorcycles and tricycles. It said 285 last-mile routes have been identified within the 7 bus reform initiative zones across Lagos. Recall that in January, the Lagos State government had restricted motorcycles and tricycles from commuter operations in some areas of the metropolis. We'll take a short break now, and when we return, 111-year-old woman recovers from COVID-19. Stay with us, details coming shortly.
The President, Muhammadu Buhari, has approved the establishment of the first set of 12 TED Fund Centers of Excellence, with 2 centers of excellence in each of the 6 geopolitical zones hosted by first, second, and third generation universities in the first instance in the year 2020. Those of the state universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education will follow in subsequent years. The focus areas of the centers of excellence, in line with the contemporary practice in the more competitive economies and technologies, are mainly in science-based disciplines. The approval, which came upon recommendation of TED Fund Board of Trustees and endorsement of the Honorable Minister of Education, Malam Adamu Adamu, is to signify a major paradigm shift in favor of research and excellence in our universities, but also a demonstration that the federal government has decided to directly establish and fund centers of excellence besides the ones funded by the World Bank, being the African Centers of Excellence. Details of the operations and guidelines for the inaugural TED Fund Center of Excellence are to be issued by the fund. Signed, Buhari Mikailu, Director, Physical Infrastructure Development, for the Executive Secretary.
Welcome back. And still in Nigeria, the Lagos State Commissioner for Waterfront Infrastructural Development, Kabiru Abdullahi, speaking at the 2020 ministerial briefing to mark the first year in office of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, said the Lagos State government has earmarked 4 islands in the waterfront areas to resolve the housing problems in the state. The commissioner said work has also commenced on these sites. Meanwhile, according to official reports in Chile, a 111-year-old woman, Juana Zuniga, is the oldest patient to recover from COVID-19 in the country. Zuniga, despite suffering from respiratory problems even before the pandemic, was not seriously affected when she tested positive for COVID-19. And in sports, the induction of Kobe Bryant into America's Basketball Hall of Fame has been postponed till 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Kobe Bryant, who died in a helicopter crash in January, along with his daughter and 8 others, was to be inducted on the 29th of August into the Massachusetts-based Nesmith Basketball Hall of Fame. And that's it on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.